That's topic of today. Any question? Can we start? If you without question, let me record it. Come on, somebody record it. Fine, that's good.
Teacher, attendance будет?
Oh.
Attendance.
Attendance the blapta koyatrak. It's not important for this week. Yeah, I still didn't figure out how to do attendance. I'm not trying to spend time to attendance in this week. Maybe I can figure it out next week. More important is how you can warm up. Yeah, I provide valuable, something important to you. Okay. That's okay for you. I'm not doing the attendance. I hope you are not coming for not only the attendance. Okay, so when you start with Visual Studio Code, first of all, you need to install it. So just Google it, type it Visual Studio Code, then you can probably open it, download. Perspective your platform, Mac or Linux or Windows, you can able to install it, even different system architecture, Vista 32 or 64, doesn't matter. So after that you install it, probably like this. I mean, if I open this new one, let me maybe close this one, open this new one, new window, just like that. When you install it, just like they will be open it just like, oh, come on, open it just like that. There is a several keyword, hot keyword. This is a Control-Shift-P, or you can come to the view. There's a command. This is a frequently used command. So they will be usually you can directly call it something optimization process. But when you start the Java, first of all you need to create this. There's a several things. I mean, the file browse system, then search. This is another important is extension. Before that, you needed to type it. Here's, I mean, Java. Then you will be say the several testing Java, project manager for Maven, project manager for Java, Maven. Those things will be included. So please install this one, extended for package Java, then test run for Java, or even you can add it, create the Maven for Java also fine, because it is good for to simplify your compile and adding the process. So as long as you start install the three of them, then you can free to go. Then come here, or you can either you can click the discrete project, Java project. If you not appear, then go here's create this one. So here's the you can see that the type it Java first, Java. Then they will be have a create Java project. Then you have a Maven or Grady. I mean, those are not important, but it's Spring for web application. We don't learn yet, so just ignore it. Two of them is also ignore it. The two of them is you can able to choose which one. This is a Maven and Grid is exactly same purpose. They will be doing the optimization deployment tools, so they help you to optimize your compiling in the running process. So you can just choose it Maven, or then they will be ask you the project, which is that which kind of GDK or other things as well as included. The other things is not important because those are Maven. I mean, Wadin. Those are different purpose. I mean, web application. This Wadin is another language. But only need this one. It's a kind of GDK8, or maybe you can probably using other version as well. So you can choose it different version here. So if I'm choosing this one, then they ask you to which kind of package or group name you can type it. You can change it as well. For example, QB2 exam, enter. This is project name demo. Then they will ask you the your folder, which is should be new one. I'm just using in the here. Okay, I'm just using this folder as a destination folder. Then they will be automatically generate all necessary project related things. They will be automated. So you don't necessarily to worry about nothing. Mavi will be handled for you. They will be, if it doesn't include any plugin, they will be downloaded. So they will ask you the version, and just by default, insert. The computer exam is package name, yes. Or maybe you can say that just left the key B2. It's package name as well. So they will ask you again if you change it. Computer exam. Now I'm just using package name KBTU. Yes. Then they will be build it. Finally, they let you open this new project. Just open it. They will be opening the new things. You need to accept, just because they open the new things. So that's your project folder look like. But they will be same time appear the Maven here, which should be help you to, you know, optimization for your compiling and the deployment process. So you need to wait sometimes to accomplish it. As long as they accomplished it, then you can be ready to go. Okay, now it's already prepared on. I think it's already ready for that. These things. Now it's time to run it. How about click the button? It will pop up the window showing you if there is any error will appear it. Java class not found. So still not compiled yet. I think still not compiled. Round code. Let me see what's happening. What's the problem? Okay. So this they already compiled it, then a binary code, then they will be said. Now it's time to say. So that's hello world, right? So it's very simple. Now, next things is how's the Java using these tools compared to C++ in the proper way? Let me demonstrate one simple example for inheritance, and for example, let me start from the I'm creating the one file being called people or human.java, and human all are has name. I'm saying that this is string as a name. Also, they has a last name, first name. I just need the full name, and then saying that age, integer, int, age. Also they has, for example, working, so they has a saying that it's a double because they're using the salary. Let's see, salary. So that's only the three things, but now I'm trying to create this another file that student stu. I'm just saying that, make sure that student that Java. But the student is also human, so I'm trying to use student as a extend this from human. Okay. Human. Now what's happening is that I'm trying to use student, and then also I'm trying to distinguish the ID. So int student, maybe a integer, because in student ID has include something special letter, so include number. So I think I'm using ID as well. Yes, ID. Okay. So that's the only difference. But I'm not trying to. There's a something constructor. So using the concept. Not enough. I'm trying to use other constructor as well, because I'm trying to use this name as well. Now, in order to access this, I'm using first this public. So I can able to say it in the. But it is not good practice. I will be improved later on, but for now, I just let you know it is a constructor action constructor parameter. Why I cannot see it? I think I needed to able to see it. Other string n name string. No, and second is age int ag. Now I'm trying to also assign this as well. This age is age. This name is equal to an A. Okay, that's fine. I'm still another things, but I just left this. I think it's not enough. Salary as well. I will be, but I'm trying to use this one using student tb2 stu new instance as a SID. For example, I'm using A001 NA's name is value, and then age is 20. I think it should be enough to construct my default instance. Now I'm system this out will be automatically generate stu. Stu name. Stu name. I'm trying to just only run this one. Try to understand what it does look like. How does it look like? Now I'm trying to. Okay, so Ali. Now instead of this one, I'm also going to do another things, but this ID. Now I know this is working, but do you think it's perfect? No. First of all, I'm calling this 3 times. I'm not calling 3 times. So how about using this function? I'm just override function that using string I'm here. I'm no refactor. I'm trying to reload override function coming from toString. I will be talk about later on. That's been called. It's a powerful toString that I'm trying to let you understand what's the age. First of all, name equal name plus age equal age plus what's left? Name, student ID, yes, student ID equal this ID. Okay, blah blah. Now I'm just override. I'm just using override toString. I will tell you what's kind of interesting things happening. I'm just comment it that just using this out stu. That's it. Now, very simple, right? So it should be more convenient. Now, I'm just directly output those things. Okay, now the question is, how is just like that? Okay, so it's been called universal object. I mean, whatever you can call it from, even I can put this, even I can put this in the 2 different way. I'm trying to not put this in the student ID as well as I putting it in the human, but I'm putting different way. I'm just, there is no age, salary. There's no student ID, but here's the salary. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying this. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong spelling, but excuse me. Salary. 1, 2, 3, right? It should be enough. 1, 2, 3. Now, same time, I'm trying to go here. I'm using this one. Instead of super string. Now, what I'm saying is I'm just reuse it in the superclass, so I don't need necessary to add it. So it's more simpler than before. I'm not necessary to write it anything about here's each line of the code, but now it's good. Hold on a second, there's something error. What's errors? Yeah, I'm go by here's. There is maybe I made some mistake. I forget this name, age, salary. What's I forget? What's I did forget? Yeah, what's that's a function closed, but I didn't close class yet. So no, still sorry. It is like this. It should be included in the class. Okay. No, now it should be fine. Go back to app and run again. Okay, so is name Ali 20 salaries this one, student ID this one. Okay, let's just enjoy it. Okay, probably you have a several question, so I'm ready to answer. Okay, please. You have any question?
I have one question in code.
Yeah.
Could you please open? Yes.
Yes.
What's the mean package kubuntu point lab or
Yes.
package kubuntu?
Good.
What is it?
I can. Yeah, you can take because of time. I'm an author. I'm creating my own application. Sometimes the name should be conflict with the other package. For example, if I'm typing this one in the list, no, list should already exist in the Java package, right? So, but in the Java package they have a different in the category, different folder. So I'm trying to using in my customized in my way in order to don't conflict with other class. So that's the reason I have to. That's kind of folder name, or you can see that library package name for the folder name. You can understand this is a folder. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense. That's package. Then also extend for that. Maybe I didn't tell you more. I may because of the I didn't import the student because they have the same level. But if I'm moving this, for example, student with the other package, for example, I'm creating the other package. For example, I'm creating the folder that the Kubuntu is now. Inside Kubuntu, I create a new folder being called lab. Okay, so I'm just moving the student here, so they cannot found extension English. Blah, blah, blah. Preview. Okay, show preview. Fine. So now what that means is they automatically, fixed my problem because it's not the same level, it's different language, so they cannot say this student name. That's the reason they import the student. Okay, so but before they have the same package, so they don't necessarily they can able to see it each other, so I don't necessarily import it. Other important things I trying to mention that there's I'm giving the public. It's not good practice. Usually they will be private. Then, or maybe I can use it protected. Protected. So what's the difference between the public, protected, and private? Okay. Private, as you can see from the name, it's only used it in the privately inside the class. So they cannot see it outside the class. For example, human, those things age cannot see, can see inside us, inside the students. That's the reason the age is, oh, they make this wrong. But because of the student is subclass of the human, they inherited from this. Then I can use this protected as a prefix in the name, so they don't have a name doesn't have any error. So next thing is how can I fix these things? Okay, so I will be use super age super I cannot use super. Let me go back to human. Because of age is private, protect this name, public salary. Okay, let me distinguish between super can access name and protected. He cannot access private still. How I can do it? Private, but I can, yeah, so yeah, that's correct. That's correct. But in this case, I have to, in order to share my attribute, I have to use protected. Okay, so I will be, if I trying to share my attribute with my subclass, I have to, at last I can put this in the protected. And then that should be no problem with the students, okay? But why most people just doing the things like, but I can do it with the student is private, because there's I'm trying to prevent others can be used at my attribute. So I'm trying to maximally trying to prevent some error. So that's the reason some bank application they trying to, even source code level they can prevent the design risk, design leak. So they cannot hack it. Impossible. Not impossible. They can review the code is not good practice. Okay, so you can also do that way. So yeah, what I can say. Yeah, one things I didn't mention yet. I'm just go back to this app. So when I type this, so this is instance, right? Each time you're calling the function, you have to call it this instance. For example, stu, then call it. You can call it those function, but as long as student doesn't have any function, we only have two string. But even this is coming from all right, so it means something come from some other place. But I'm trying to let you understand there is where is it coming from? I mean, there is when I type it, there's coming equals to get hash code notify all wait. I mean, did you say anything about student? Even in the superclass exists as function. Did you? No. But the question is, where is coming from? Where is coming from? The question is for you. Where is coming from? Do you think it's interesting? Where is the function coming from? Of course, this is attributed. This is attributed just like the ID and the seller name. But this is a function. I know the two strings, they existed. We used it, but we override it. But where is coming from others? Any idea? Lombok library. Of course, you can use Lombok library, but why you make it, I mean, if you just, it's kind of syntax things. Lambo's, as I remember, Lambo is kind of in the, as you remember, it's coming from the Spring framework, right? Or
Yes.
right. So they will be somehow increasing your coding, what to say, production, increase your coding production. But our problem is not about that. Our is trying to learn as efficient as possible the algorithm. Doesn't matter, you can use it Lambo library if you comfortable use, but when you pair programming, when you discuss with your student, classmate, maybe they didn't understand, so that's the problem. So what do you think? How do you think? You know, that's coming from something hidden superclass, hidden fathers, you know, inherited from. So I hope you can get this idea. I hope I left the question for yourself. Where is it coming from? It's very interesting. Okay. Can you stop the record it? So as efficient as possible, then they